I just want to talk to those that want to become a monster. Like, I want to talk to those that has already watched that very first monster video where I broke down the acronym of it. And if you don't know what MONSTER stands for, it's mindset, overachiever, never give up, self-discipline, transform, execute, and resilience. Get that down, or resilient. Resilience, resilient. But I want to talk to those young individuals that come on here, they're really trying to get out of their current lifestyle. Maybe it's not horrible, but you want to elevate. And so, to me, I mean, man, once I release my book is going to really show you, you really have to, I'm about being this, having this monster ability inside of me. Carry all these traits inside of me, making sure that I'm trying to get ahead. And we can sit here and we can complain. And I see a lot of YouTubers that get so many views talking about all of these problems, but nobody's willing to, like, anytime I complain or put a complaining title on there, I get clicks. But anything that's telling you, hey, you got to elevate, you got to start playing a different game. You have to adopt the monster mentality. You have to become and embrace the monster. For some reason, people just walk off. And we are no longer in a system where, we could play game, things should be fair. We're not in that system no more. It's not a fair system, so stop trying to play fair. The moment I started trying to play fair a long time ago, I realized I was going to lose. So how do you adopt embracing being a monster with your finances? And I was talking to a buddy of mine from work, and he was like, man, how do you do it? Like, how are you able to like not give money because you feel bad? Like, I feel bad for this person, so I give them like a $10 or 20. Like, people keep coming up to me. I'm like, it's because if I don't have it, why am I trying to give it? Like, I seen homeless people on the side. I give them $5. I do this, I do that. But that's because I can. But I have been in a position in my life where I was stretching myself so thin, and people will take it and they don't care. They don't remember you. They take it and they don't care. And so for me, I said, hey, nobody's giving me anything. The only people that ever helped me out is my family. No friends have came into my life and said, hey, bro, I'll pay for this. I'll get this. I'll take care of this. Nobody. I have always been that person. So if you're that person, you're out there extending yourself farther than you have to be, you have to adopt monster finances. You have to, let's go over it. This is why I love creating this monster. Because listen, the mindset, let's go with M, the mindset. Your money should be working for you. You have to decipher. You could go over to my other channel, Tim Hotcher, get that information about certain stocks. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball. But hey, you have to identify the mindset of money. You can no longer sit here and think, oh, I could spend money here, buy me a PS5, buy me a worthless Switch 2, unless you're using it. My cousin bought a Switch 2. As long as you're using it, to me, I was like, nah, I'm all right. But hey, as long as you're using it, because I bought me a Switch, I bought me a PS5, I bought me all this stuff, I don't even use it. And so that's when I did not have that monster mentality. Anything I buy, it has to serve a purpose. Even this popcorn bucket I got from watching this movie is about to be a popcorn bucket that I use. That's not the one I wanted, though. That's from the movie How to Train the Dragon. Anyway, so next in the monsters, overachiever. You have to realize that a lot of people feel bad. They feel bad by consuming or wanting more. And I'm like, why? Why do you feel bad because you're trying to get more money? Oh, money is evil. Listen, the Bible literally shows out. If you want to go biblical, the Bible shows people that were consumed by money. Their life was money. Their personality was money. But that with money, you are able to access a bunch of different things to help out, number one, yourself. Take care of yourself first. Next step, after you take care of yourself, you feel whole, you cleaned up your mess. The next thing is then you can go and extend to family. See, a lot of people want to start giving out, when NBA players, they want to give to the mom, but they haven't even taken care of themselves. Now, this is something I might break down over on Tim Hotcher because it's more financial, more to do with money. But people don't even realize once you get this money, and if it's a copious amount of money, you finally get it out. Maybe it's a lawsuit, maybe it's your parents, maybe you work for it. However you get it, start getting an accountant, get somebody you can trust, and don't just get the first one that pops up on your phone when you type it into Google. Go and interview. If you got money, interview accountants. See what you don't like. And guess what? You're not going to have all the answers that you should be asking them. On top of that, get a lawyer. Once you get money, you need to have a lawyer, somebody on retainer, if you're making that amount of money. All right, so S, self-discipline. Once you get, this is something that I had to tell myself that I lacked. Self-discipline with money. You see a bunch of money in your account. You're like, dang, I saved up. And all of a sudden you throw it to the wayside because you think on one day that you feel sad, you got depressed, you think that you should live life. You throw that money away because you don't have self-discipline. I was watching this YouTube video. I feel so bad because I wanted to shout him out. But he talked about how people, once you get past discipline, people then maybe slip because they think, okay, I'll skip a day. And so pretty much they start falling back from what they were. Maybe they were going to the gym, maybe they had saving practices. They just stopped with the consistency, and that killed their run. So self-discipline is the key in Monster. To adopt becoming a monster, the key in this all is self-discipline. So next, it's time to transform. You can't be the same person that you were. I don't think people understand this. They want to, no, once I get money, I'm going to act the same. Listen, I came from a rough side of the neighborhood, right? And the common thing was, man, once I get some money, I ain't going to act different. I will move differently. I will talk differently. I will go to different places. I will no longer entertain the places because people don't think like you. They don't. Man, you tell them, this is a crazy thing. Some people might be complaining they can't afford to do like $100 task. $100 task is too expensive. To me, I'm blinking. And that they will make you feel bad because of that. Like, I'm talking about society, that you shouldn't be in this position. Like, everybody is working off of credit. For some reason, that's a normalized thing. So for some reason, you're supposed to be in credit card debt. You're supposed to have student loans or car note. Once you start thinking like, dang, I don't want this car note no more. I'm working as fast as possible to get rid of it. I'm trying to up my income. I'm trying to live this life to the best ability. People start feeling bad for, or they make you feel bad for doing it. So you got to transform. You got to get out. Also, E, execute. Once you get the money, you start getting the finances. You're building it up. The last thing you want to do is, of course, go back to the places, so you transform, and then you have to execute. Keep doing the things that make that money. Gone are the days where you can sit back and not think that you can execute or not work. Doesn't matter how much money you have, some minimalistic movement that happened, people wanted to keep their finances low. Reality is once you incorporate certain things or you see different things, because once you level up, you realize, dang, I didn't have this, or I didn't have this, and I want this, you're still going to have to execute on a daily basis. This is why I create these videos. I could be done for the rest of my life. I could be done right now, go to my job and be happy. And that's the end of it. But to me, I'm like, nah, I got to double. Whatever I'm making at my job, I got to make on social media. That's just my mentality. And then you are for resilient or resilience. You have to have the ability to defend anything that comes your way. Anybody trying to detract from you, anybody trying to steal from you, anybody that's trying to take from you, because your family, your friends, anybody around you, they're going to look at you like, oh, it looks so easy. Even though you worked your butt off, people think what you're doing is so easy, but yet they can't even do it for themselves. So you have to have a shield. The show Win or Lose, there's the teacher, the umpire, he got like this shield, this armor, as a metaphor for how he deals with problems. You got to put on the shield of resilience, and that is a clothing garment when you become the monster. become a monster in your finances, you will win at life. You have to have all these things, all of them. Now you can throw more acronyms, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not complicating what needs to be simplified. That's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. You're talking to a 28-year-old that, hey, I'm not like any other 28-year-old. I had to make sacrifices. Once I release my book, it'll be clear and apparent. Even though we have AI can't replicate my life. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.